Minutes late. That's not bad. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fair Play Racing League. Tonight we are round 19 here at the Albert Park in Australia, mate. Joining me in the party today, which I must say did not happen. It's a business meeting.
You just couldn't help it, could you? You literally couldn't help
I
it.
couldn't help
You
it.
couldn't help it.
Yeah. Yep, so joining me this evening is
Ivy
the
Deluxe.
boy.
And they've probably worked it
Yeah.
out from the accent.
Yeah. A bloody Brummy.
Yeah. Yeah, not too many people here from Birmingham, so they've probably worked that one out.
Yeah. Let's see. I do have game audio. That's good to know. Apparently it's your favourite driver who's first out on the track.
Rookie Nanny Messi by any chance? Because for some reason
It could
he's my
very well
driver.
be.
Yeah, he's my favourite
Could it
driver
be-
now, apparently.
Is it because you like saying his name?
Yeah, I just think David Brooks is a legendary footballer and deserves to be honoured alongside Nani and Lionel Messi. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll be humbled to be sharing a gamer tag with Brooksy. With Brookie. Or Brooke, whichever way you want to say it. So, this week, it looks like we've got a couple new drivers with us then.
Yeah, MV33 Red Bull and
I think he might be a Mercedes fan.
AMS Drive. Both of them supposedly very, very fast, very quick drivers. Looking forward to seeing what they do in the first race here, really. Interesting to note on my timing screen for some reason, I've got Sebastian Vettel in a Williams. I think it's Monkey Boy.
Oh,
But
oh
for some
dear,
reason it's
oh
got
dear.
Vettel's name.
Rookie Nanny Messi has made a bit of a messy of turn 2, it seems. He has gone around, hit a wall, and made himself turn around.
Yeah, I think he's got away with the contact and the damage though. So he'll probably do a slow lap. He'll have to get out of the way of everyone now. He's out of sync with everyone on those hot laps, so he'll have to pull out of the way of everyone on a fast lap and hopefully he can just go around and carry on and go again.
Yep. So your leading man at the moment is Dino. He's well, I say he's the early bird, but he's the second earliest bird, I suppose. Probably it's his second week with his wheel.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. Yeah, he did really well in Brazil last week with his wheel. So hopefully, he can produce again here. I know he's put a lot of practice in. He put a lot of practice in last week, but was taken out off the line. And unfortunately for him, I know he wasn't too happy about that, so he'll be hoping to avoid any sort of contact off the line. And the best way to do that, of course, is to get yourself as high up the grid as possible. So let's hope he has a good qualifying today.
Yeah. So to be fair, that's I don't think anyone likes to be taken out right off the line. I can't even remember what happened. I didn't even look at the steward's report.
It was
that's Dino going fastest.
It was a Brookie Nanny Messi desync last week, and he went into the back of him in that horrendous. For people that tuned in last week and saw the horrendously bugged race, yeah, he was a victim of that. So hopefully the co-masters get their act together for tonight.
Yeah.
So people might have noticed that our championship leader, Ali Ferrari, is here, leading the Tier 1 championship at the moment, serving a race ban this weekend. So he'll be hoping the likes of Hirsch, second place to him, Object Fungus as well, Klutschak, all up there in the championship. He'll be hoping that those don't do very well in the race, so he can keep as big of a championship lead as possible after this event.
Yeah, of course. I believe he can be overtaken tonight with a big points haul from Hirsch.
I'll have a look. I should know that before we come on. Before we come on stream, I should know that anyway. Let me have a look.
Yeah. So currently 21 points the gap between Ali Ferrari in the mighty Mercedes brand car.
And for people following the season so far, they'll know that Hirsch was really the long-time championship leader as well. So if he does win tonight, go back to the top. I think that'll be popular with a few drivers in the division. I think Hirsch is obviously nothing against Ali Ferrari, but I know Hirsch is a driver that's well liked in the paddock, shall we say. So I think he's got a few people rooting for him tonight.
Yeah, he's a no-nonsense driver. He gets on with what he's doing, and what he's good at is being fast. As we've had a retirement already, it looks like, and that is turn 2. Oh no, that's
Harrison. Yeah, he's in the middle of the track backwards. He's clearly got on the curbs on the exit, spun it round, hit the wall, and his car is now sitting duck for all those that are passing him, and he just gets out the way of Dean, who is coming through on his lap.
Thankfully for him. Well, thankfully for quite a few of them, I'd imagine. I suspect there was a couple of laps that might have been ruined.
Yeah, the likes of, I think T-Jerk was going through at the time. Who's with T-Jerk? There's an Alpine there as well. Is it Klutschek? No, it's either Alpine. It's Twins who's going through at the same time, so...
Twins! It's got a good name to say.
Yeah. Yeah, great. It is a great name. Probably for ASMR as well. When we use that later on, obviously. We do our weekly ASMR segment. That goes down well with the fans.
Yeah. We love it. Right, who is coming towards the end of their lap? Looks like Hirsch is building up to one. Brookie Nanny Messi is going again. Missing the apex slightly of turn 1, compromises you turn 2, and compromises you all the way down here into turn whatever this is. 3 presumably comes after 2.
Yep, that's good maths.
Yep.
You've nailed that one.
Oh, he's lost it again. He's hit the wall again.
Oh no.
It's not going terrifically for the Mercedes in this first qualifying round.
Yeah. Crucially, unlike Harrison, though, he's kept it out of the wall, so he'll continue in the session as shots to Drippy goes fastest on a 22-1.
Yeah.
Or boot cut, we should call him, really, if we're going to carry on the trend.
Yeah. I'm not too sure how much he likes it, mind. But
yeah. Well, sometimes you don't get a decision when you have nicknames.
Yeah.
Given to you. Who have we got on track then? It's interesting to note the two new guys, Red Bull I'm going to call him MV33. I'm assuming MV means Max Verstappen, but I'll go for MV. And AMS, both leaving it till late to do their Q1 runs.
Obviously fairly confident.
Yes.
The shots to Drippy has now gone fastest. He's got a 1:22.1, which is definitely what I would call a pretty good lap here.
Yeah, definitely for Q1 as well. A lot of the drivers will take it easy. Australia, it's unforgiving, as we've already found out with the Aston Martin of Harrison. So most of them taking it easy on their laps. They won't be the quickest times, obviously, this session, but Shots' time of a 22.1 is pretty handy.
Yeah, of course, Australia this year in this year's game seems like a whole different beast from previous games. I don't know quite what it is. I think it's probably something about the curves around here.
Yeah, I think
they
it's
like spitting you out.
I think it's the game as well. I think it's notoriously more difficult on curves this year in Australia. I think it's just even worse. I think it's been even more so since the handling patch as well that came out a few months back now. It's unpopular with a lot of drivers now. It hasn't been in previous seasons, but like you said, this year definitely something different about it.
So, just following MV. He's coming through Sector 1 now. Interesting to see on his car. Not carrying the number 33, of course it's probably been taken. He has the funny number.
Yeah.
Whatever number that is.
No idea.
But
4?
I feel strangely obliged to say the word nice.
Yeah.
Setting a purple Sector 2.
I think Rookie Nanny Messi drives with that number as well, actually. Off the top of my head, from last week.
Well, if he stopped throwing it at a wall, we'd be able to see.
Yeah. I think he had the same problem last week in Brazil, actually. He got his lap together in the end and lined up 4th on the grid there, so watch him trying to get into the top 5 as MV is about to finish his first flying lap. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Well.
It's half a second faster.
Whoa!
Oh wow! Well,
that shut us up.
That's all from us tonight. Thank you very much.
Give the trophies out now. Give the trophies out now. Wow, 121.2 in Q1. I raced against AMS in a 5-lapper this week. Noticed he was quick. That's why he's here. But I didn't think he was that quick. So, yeah, that's a great time in Q1 from him there. I think he mentioned pre-race that he managed to get into the 120s on a time trial, so that might not be the best to come from him.
Yeah, and that's, to be honest, that lap is every bit as good as a 120 in time trial.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Q1, non-perfect track conditions.
Definitely. That's going to have raised a few eyebrows up and down the grid that time.
Yeah, well, I hope everyone else has a lovely night.
So we'll give AMS
the two
a win.
new guys. Yep. 2 new guys right at the front of the grid, as seems to happen so often. There always just seems to be the new guys are always fast, and then they never stick around.
Yeah, hopefully it's different this time. We'd love to see this kind of talent on display week in, week out, really. That's what we're here for.
Shout out also to AG Passy, who has also managed to get it in the 121s. It's 121.8. I'm pretty sure I heard him say earlier that this is indeed his favourite track on this game, so obviously a good one for him. As Ads has retired.
Wow.
He's binned it.
That's a shock. I've been doing a lot of practice with Ads this week, and he's been very quick in practice sessions, in qualifying. He'll be absolutely furious to be out this early on in qualifying. He's had pace throughout all the practice sessions, and he's had pace really the past few races as well. He's been up in the top 5, so he's going to have to do something from, well, looks like it could be as low as 16th at this rate. Oh, maybe he'll get away 15th, I think, won't he? Oh, Twins and Brookie. Let's see if Brookie can get a lap together.
14th. Well, yeah, very true. Twins also not coming out yet. He's only got 4 minutes, and as you say it, Rookie Nanny Messi sets 01:22.5. Not bad. It's I feel like we say this every week, but it's a track that really lends itself to getting in a rhythm. You know, just getting faster, gaining your confidence, and
yeah, it obviously it's not really a short lap. It's not a long lap. It's on the shorter side, but obviously if you look at the tracks like Austria or something like that, you make one small mistake there and half a second could be the difference between 1st and 14th because the lap's so small. But here it's a little bit bigger, obviously, in terms of lap time as well. So there's a little bit more room for error, but not as much as there is around somewhere, say, for Belgium, for example, where the times are more spread out.
Yeah. So Hirsch doing himself another hot lap, currently in P8, 1:22.3.
And we've joked about it in recent races. Monkey Boy, he went out in Q1 in Mexico, out in Q1 in USA, but he'll be through here in Austria. He will make it. as he can only finish as low as 15th now. With
Oh,
Harrison's
and
together.
Hirsch has had an issue at those god-awful turns of 11 and 12. So easy to lose it there. Fortunately, he's still in the session.
Yeah, just trying to see if he's got
managed to bin it.
Damn it, oh, he's got no front wing.
He's got no front wing, yeah.
It would show me the worst camera angle in the world then. Just the back of his car, but no, no front wing. It's a good job he doesn't need a time. So he'll get away with that one. And he'll still take part in the session, yeah. Like we said, it's crucial for his championship, really, this race, with Ali Ferrari not taking part. For those viewers that have been here and watched the season-long battle, it's been very close in both tiers, really, all season, and it continues here. It will be even closer after this, I'm sure, as long as Hirsch capitalises on his rival's misfortune with his bands.
So, of course, nothing but a win would take Hirsch to the top of the table today, but I think all the same, with 3 races to go after today. Of course, we're doing Australia this week. Next week will be Abu Dhabi, and come the new year, after a short break, we'll be doing Portimao and Imola. Of course, the new track's added to the game. Yeah, he's not got a front wing either. He still does those corners better than me, though.
I'm sure we'll look forward to seeing that tomorrow night. As you're racing this week after taking last week off, so you're in the spotlight tomorrow. Yeah, thank you for that. Still owe you one there.
For those, for those that didn't tune in, I took the bullet, and Biddle, of course, went on to win the race, put him in a great position in the championship.
Yeah. Well, let's focus on Tier 1 tonight. I don't want to build it up to tomorrow.
Now,
I'm already nervous at these.
You actually said something earlier about Monkey Boy.
I did, didn't I? And it looked...
Yeah. No pressure.
Ah, no. Come on, Monkey Man. 2 tenths up, you can do it.
Needs to not invalidate.
Oh no. I can't have jinxed it again, surely.
Yep.
Seconds, 3 tenths up in sector 1. Follow it round, keeping off the curbs here. And you've got this on the inside curb here, you've got this one that will make you do a bunny hop and run wide if you hit it too much on the inside. Keeps out the wall on the exit. We've seen drivers clip that and lose their tyres there, but he's kept it, in fact he's kept it extra safe, I'd say. Now this is the big one.
These are the tricky ones.
Yeah, make sure you don't invalidate. Don't get that curb on the exit, otherwise you'll just spin and end up in the wall, as we've seen already tonight.
That was very safe there from Monkey Boy. We're coming to the last sector now.
Feel like flashing, but I think he's got enough to finish the lap. And I find out you can lose literally 3 tenths, 4 tenths here, depending on how quickly you get on the throttle. It's such a finely poised corner. Keeps it well off the curb on the exit to cross the line. And I think it's not enough. Oh, it is enough. Why does it say 16 on my screen?
It is P12.
This game is great.
Perfect,
yeah.
In fact.
So, Monkey, you've got 16th on my screen, but 12 on yours. So take that. Take the lowest one and run.
Yeah. So, leaving us in Q1 is all the lads that crashed. Bless them. So Harrison binning it at turn 4 or 5 or one of those. Turn 5 I think it was. T-Jerk, I didn't quite see him crash out. Twins lost, I didn't see him crash either. And Collateral, another victim of turn 5 I believe it was. Everyone else through to Q2.
Yeah.
We'll just
like I said, unfortunate for Collateral. He's been on the pace. The other races and in practice I've noticed he's been on the pace as well. He'll be disappointed with that one. I'm really hoping Monkey Boy loads into this session because it still says 16th on my screen, so I'm really hoping it takes the 12th place. Otherwise, I don't think I'll be happy with that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yes, he's here. There we go.
I'm sure Collateral will be buoyed by the performance of the man who started last week.
Yeah.
A man who's not here tonight, as previously mentioned.
Yeah.
I know they're good friends.
I heard they're the best of friends.
Yeah.
I heard they're going to have Christmas dinner together this year.
Yeah. Oh dear.
The booking animator does have the number 69. I can see his pit garage. Just about.
All right. Well.
There we go. So two drivers with the
funny
best
number
in the world.
Nice.
Who's out first? Object Fungus out first. Something I noticed in Q1 was Dean. I'm assuming it's because he's getting used to that wheel, putting some practice laps in, but he used, I think, about 6 laps on one set of softs, so they'll be garbage now. Where a lot of the drivers did 1 lap and will hope to probably run them again in Q3 if possible, to save a set of softs for the rest, because it's important to talk strategy, and I think the general consensus is that it is a 2-stop around here, obviously depending on safety cars. I think it is a 2-stop. Nobody wants to put the hards on around it. It's a tricky track as it is. Nobody wants to be disadvantaged with the hard tyres. So 2-stop is the one to look out for in the race.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see many drivers trying out the soft medium?
Yeah, I think it'll be soft medium. I think obviously it depends on the pace that you've got as to whether you'll start on either or, with drivers trying to get into the top 10. And then obviously it's just about being on the tyre at the right time. I don't think a soft and medium is possible by any stretch. I think this is one of the tracks where we've seen the most tyre wear really this season so far. So I'd really be surprised if anyone even puts the hards on, because it's just so slow around here.
Yeah.
As Object is coming through the final sector and is about to start his flying lap. So let's watch him on his flying lap.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting, just a quick glance before he does start that lap. Well, okay, there was a split in tyre choice. Now it looks a little more one-sided, so I think we can probably agree that we're going to be starting in a dry condition for tomorrow.
Yeah. Obviously that's a telling sign. We can't see the weather forecast up here in the commentary box, unfortunately, so we kind of have to make guesses, and I'm assuming, as they're all in the medium, as you quite rightly said, it's going to be a dry start at least. Whether there's rain halfway in, we don't know.
It would.
Unless someone tells us in the chat, obviously.
Yes.
Please. Yeah, so a lot of drivers out there, about half the grid. Everyone but 4 drivers out there now. Some are ups. Object, as we said. On the soft tyres, are one of only 3. I imagine Swift Jerry will change on those soft tyres unless he's wanting to start on the softs. It seems strange. Maybe he seems to have the pace to get through on mediums.
Yeah. I would have thought so. He might be thinking of only doing 1 run, so it's possible he'll take a look to see how things are going halfway through the session. A little bit wide on the exit there, the last turn there. Oh, stop! He's binned it. It's coming through 11 and 12. His Object goes fastest. Yep, there he is. There's your man. Zoomed past.
He's done exactly what we were watching Monkey Boy. When we was watching Monkey Boy, we said, didn't we, you can't run wide on that curb, otherwise it will just literally put you into either wall, and that's clearly what's happened there. I think is there an Aston Martin on as well? Oh, he's going slow. 21.9 from Fungus is a good lap.
Yep, another one into the 21s then. Monkey Boy. Probably not a representative time.
Speed of light.
Although he is down in 16th, so.
Yeah. No, thank God he's here, because I would have felt I would have felt awful if he never made it through. Oh,
I'd have laughed.
Brookie's
Oh,
out.
Brookie Nanny. Turn 5, another one bites the dust. Stay with MV.
Dean's crashed. Oh, Dean's collected him. Oh no.
Let's be careful then, MV.
Oh, there's two cars just lying in the middle of the track.
Yep, luckily MV was able to dodge between the two of them. That was it's almost like the parting of the seas there.
He just carried so much speed, didn't he? I mean, like, you can see Hirsch, he's gone through there slow. I know he's on an outlet, but he's clearly taking his time. You can see two dots on the map ahead of you stopped. You've got to be cautious. Thankfully for MV, he lives to fight another day with that one. That was close for comfort, though.
Yeah. Apologies in the chat, Abrooks. I assume that's Brookie Nanny Nestle. Yeah, apparently this week Nightbot has chosen to pick on you.
Well, Nightbot has a mind of his own sometimes, as we know.
Yeah.
It's AMS Drive 22.2 on mediums. So nearly second off his Q1 pace.
Yeah, so MV also coming through on the mediums there, doing just a 22.9.
You say just a 22.9. It's not a bad time on the mediums. He probably
he's
can go faster.
4th out of 5 drivers.
Yeah.
And one of the drivers not set a proper time, so
you'd expect to see him in between probably AMS and AG Passy, as he was in the first session. Probably expect the same here, unless he really doesn't like the mediums. Obviously, we saw the incident though, where he literally, like you said, parted the waves of the sea to dodge two crashed out cars. Silverside going 4th with a 22.9 on 3 lap old softs. That's interesting. I don't think he'll want to start on them tyres, to be honest.
yeah. Do you reckon he knows? Nah, he's got to know. He's gonna know.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're just about to message him and say you've got warm softs on your numpty.
I'm here to be impartial towards drivers. I'm not giving any hints to anyone. They can make their. I'm no one's race engineer today.
Alright, okay.
He should be watching the stream. They need to know.
And if you're not, sort it out.
Yeah. Obviously, with the 3 retirees, though, it's a lot easier for people to get through. So, Swift Joe is still sat in the pits on softs. He must want to start on softs if he's still in the pits and not done a run.
Yeah.
A Monkey Man.
Hirsch warming his tyres up.
Interesting to see if Monkey Boy comes back out on softs. With that time, will he chance it on mediums, given his Q1 pace? To watch. And look out for.
As it is, he's if he can get in the 22s, he stands a good chance.
Yeah.
Of getting through.
It's a weird session because with 3 retirees, you're only losing 2 drivers now, really. I know we're effectively losing 5 still. With the 2 retirees. Oh no, is it 4 went into it? As long as Hirsch and Swift Joey get time in. All they've got to do is put a time in now. So we'll be losing 4 as long as they set a lap. So it's a weird session now, because obviously we'll only lose 1 driver with a representative time. So it really is going to be one left behind.
Apparently, Silverside is aware he's on worn softs.
Yeah.
And he's now selected the fresh ones.
Well, let's hope he beats that 22.9 on his fresh tyres, otherwise he will have a horrible opening stint in the race.
Yep.
Interesting to point out, AMS Drive, for me, is using his mediums again for a run. So we've got 3 laps on those now.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting choice.
You'd just save at this point, surely, wouldn't you? Just knowing that only one driver really can go out now, surely just hang on to them. Considering the drivers around him pass these in the pits on his mediums, they've only done one lap. Is he coming in? Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to.
So we'll jump back to Hirsch, who did actually set his lap. It's only a 1:24.1. At the moment, good enough, but
As suspected, Monkey Boy has selected the softs. If I was Monkey now, I'd be... Let's just see, he did his medium lap. I'd just coast round on those softs now. Because if we lose one more driver, if we lose Joshua or even Swift Joey, all he has to do is put a time in. So... And we know Swift Joey's a good driver, and he has gone out on mediums, so he has changed from the softs.
probably took a look at the times on the board and thought, yeah, I can beat that.
Yeah. No, I've not done that in my season too many times. I'm sure you have though. I'm sure you've,
Oh,
you've
yeah.
looked at the time experience, but yeah, I could beat that.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get when you play on 61 AI. I don't play on 61, don't worry.
Everyone out there's going to be thinking, oh, it's a 61.
These guys are coming. I could play it on funny number AI, I suppose.
You could.
It probably wouldn't make much of a difference.
And at that point, everyone wouldn't say you're slow, everyone would just say you're cool, so clearly,
Yeah.
that's the number to get away with.
Yep. Of course, if you want to see what a 61 AI driver looks like, tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, they'll come back tomorrow, I'm sure they will. Tier 2's hotting up now. And there's so many different drivers. It's so competitive at the top of Tier 2. There's literally, you go into a race and there could be 6 or 7 drivers that could win a race now. 6, 7 or 8. Obviously anyone can win. But you look at the top guys. Ooh, Swift Joey. A lot of oversteer there when they accept the curb.
Bit loosey-goosey, can he keep it through 5? Yep, he has indeed. And now down to the nipple corner at the start of Sector 2. No? Not the nipple corner then. Alright.
No. We've already give one corner and we're now going to call it nipple.
It will never...
It won't be butt plug.
It will never be butt. There's only one butt plug.
There is only one.
Joey, a little bit tentative there through turns 11 and 12, but he has importantly kept it between the lines. Coming through this last sector now, last few corners. Now, I'm not a big fan of the track on this game, but those few corners there, I'll get the numbers up for them. So 13, 14 and 15, probably some of my favourite corners on the track. On the game, that is.
8.
It's real rewarding.
For Swift Joey.
Yep, so P8.
Interesting to know though, if you look at the tyres that drivers are on at the moment, a lot of drivers on softs. All the way up to AMS on a set of softs. Silverside obviously we know needs to improve to not start on that horrible set of softs. Shots is out there on softs. Klutschak selected shots, but he won't get out now to do a lap. And Monkey Boy needs to put a lap in on these softs.
He's coming across the line now. Yeah, that's a 1:22.4. It's a good lap from him.
Hirsch, yeah, he's on medium, so guys out there on soft tyres. Swift Joey, Joshua do as well. Stuck to the medium, so we're in a bizarre situation where the top 5 or so drivers, 4 drivers, are all on softs, and the bottom 4 or 3 are all on mediums. Trying to get out.
So scared of going out through going for the softs. I'm sure they'll all pull out of their laps if they don't manage to get there. So Swift Joey on a cool down lap will follow Joshua, currently in the danger zone. P11 rode the curb a little bit too much there on turn 14. That was the last corners now. The checker flag is down. What can Joshua do?
Oh,
he's knocked Hirsch out at the moment. Hirsch
is 3
has
tenths
to
up.
improve.
He's 3 tenths up. He's coming around the final sector now. So can he knock Joshua out, who's just escaped from that drop zone? Coming around your favourite set of corners.
Yeah, around this last corner now. He's kept it in the lines. He's powering his way to the checker flag,
Ooh.
and that is P9 for Hirsch.
Just
Importantly, somewhat getting through on the mediums.
Yeah, the drivers were just scared to go on the softs, weren't they? They just did not want to start on those soft tyres. You look at the drivers that will be starting on the softs. I think is it Silverside and Monkey Boy, I think.
Yep, I think so.
Wow. Oh no,
Object Fungus.
Object Fungus, of course, who set that early lap.
Yeah, no nonsense from him. Straight out, straight soft. And he's stayed P1 ever since.
That's a shock from Swift Joey to be only 10th. I think he would have expected to do better than that. Obviously, we're losing Joshua, Stuffy, Dean, and Brookie Nanny Messi. For those watching the stream intently will know that Dean and Brookie Nanny Messi had it coming together. Unfortunately for Dean, he just seems to get such bad luck handed to him.
Did Silverside not improve his time?
No.
He's going to be starting on those worn softs.
Yeah. Wow. That's
a naughty boy then.
That's a keen eye from you to spot that. Yeah. He will be starting.
I had a little help from TJM in the chat.
I'm giving you too much credit there, aren't I?
Yeah.
Thank you, TJ.
Yeah.
Thank you for that incisive inputs.
Naughty Neil in the chat says MV33 is the best driver on the grid. Not even a debate. Well, I think you'll find the debate is happening right now on the track in Q3.
It's nice to see some of the drivers picking up some fans coming to the stream.
Yep. We've not had that in a while.
No. We won't mention a certain person's name who used to bring a lot of fans to the league until he unfortunately departed.
Yep.
So, that sounds bad if it was unfortunately departed, but I mean he left the league.
He's not dead.
He's not dead, he's alive.
He didn't go to a Christmas party and then unalive himself.
Oh, you can't help yourself, can you?
I can't.
You can't help it. Oh.
But never mind, I'll distract you all with having a child and imposing lockdown rules.
David Lowface and politics.
And I've been watching
the terrible cocktail.
I've been watching too much I'm a Celebrity. Watching Adam Deck take digs. It's just addictive.
You go to a bar, do not order a mix of David Lowface and politics, because your evening will get a bit messy after that.
Oh yeah, it's messy. Some might say it's Brookie Nanny messy. No. But unfortunately I was going to cut to him, but he's not in the session. So
yeah,
never mind.
You could say that one for next week. I'll set you up again.
Alright.
Next week.
Everyone would have forgotten by then. Fine.
Oh, no, me. Well, let's cut back to the on-track action, and it looks like Hirsch is going to be the first driver to set a time. As long as he doesn't let the McLaren behind through, which I doubt he will, considering he's got a lovely bit of free track in front of him. The McLaren of AMS might back off a little bit to give himself a bit of room, and he's done that now.
Yeah, although it might be interesting to see if he fancies a little bit of a tow. Of course, at the start of the lap, not really much help because you'll give yourself dirty air for most of it. So Hirsch, away he goes then. interesting. Someone coming out of the pits gets well out of the way. Keeps it clean through Sector 1. It looks like AMS dropped right back there then. There's still that Alpine of Klutschak between the two drivers.
I guess I got nicely.
Yeah. Ooh, a little bit wide there from Hershey. Did manage to keep it though, really attacking that curb at turn 5.
He needs to capitalise here with his title rival out of this race. He really needs a good starting position on the grid.
Right on the limits there. Now, as before, this is the big test.
Kept it
A
clean.
little bit of a hesitant lift there.
I think he played it safe. It's his first effort in Q3. He knows there's a championship on the line. He doesn't need to take any risks at this point. Just get a timing that can put you up the top 10. Fungus is retired though.
Fungus is out. Where is he out? He's turn 5 again.
Yeah, turn 5.
So another one bites the dust at turn 5.
Hirsch going to cross the
now
line.
Cross the line.
Ooh.
22.5.
Whoa.
And AMS behind at 21.1. Whew.
Silverside now about to come across the line. He's used all of his ERS as he comes over the line. It's bad management as there's a Williams round its shots. He's backwards on the pitch straight, doing a 3-point turn. And his lap.
It's not where you want to do it. Can that man even drive in real life? Inside jokes are the best.
Yeah. What you don't know about him is he did actually crash on a driving lesson before, but we won't go into that one. We won't go into that one.
Alright, okay. I'm sure you
We'll say that one.
Jesus, thank you for that.
He'll love it. He'll love it.
Yeah. Well, don't feel too bad, Shots. I failed my first driving test with a Dangerous, so, and
fantastic.
A few years on, I'm a bloody good driver, if I do say so myself. It's nice and easy driving, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you don't forget it when you learn it. It's like riding a bike. So yeah, now he can drive. He'll be going up and down just about everywhere, but he won't be driving F1 cars anytime soon if his game performance and everything to go on so far this session.
That's a bit harsh.
MV.
Just some aloe vera.
MV invalidated his first run. One of the drivers were tipping to be in the top 3, probably invalidated his first lap. And so did Monkey Boy as well, actually. Yeah, as we said about Silverside, across the line, he's not improved. Doesn't seem to have very good ERS management, is the feedback I'll give to Silverside there. He's running out of the last corner, which is probably the worst place on the track to run out of the ERS. Yeah. So he needs to have a look at that one. And who have we got coming over the line now? Shots in the pits. And Monkey Boy.
This is his second attempt at a lap, I believe. Crackling noise coming from the stream. I believe that can be fixed by pausing and unpausing. Well, I've done it. I don't know if it will carry on. TJ, if you want to just keep us updated on that, that would be grand. Still happening, okay.
Well, you know. Oh, AMS is the 120s. A 120.9. He said he could do it, and he's done it in qualifying. And that will take some beating on 3-lap-old softs, it should be said. 3-lap-old tyres.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable pace.
So, can confirm that cracking noise disappears when you Xbox button and then back out. Just in case it starts happening again and I forgot how I fixed it.
I'll try and remember. But...
yeah. Well, it depends who drinks the most first.
Yeah, as it always is. A Thursday night. at the minute. Student night Thursday night in my town. If that's the same everywhere. Not that I'm a student. I'm far from it these days.
I believe in Stafford it was. I think it was Tuesday night was student night.
Tuesday night, wow.
It was Wednesday night in Stoke.
Stoke got a few drivers in the league from Stoke.
Yeah.
EJ, who probably
the,
doesn't want his location shared.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh,
yeah, just up the road from my old uni stomping grounds.
Back in the day, young David Lowface at uni.
Back in the day, I'm not that old.
With a hoop and stick.
Hoop and stick, yeah.
Silverside is coming through to do another lap. Let's see if he's managed his ERS a little bit better. It looks like he might have done. He's just run out again as he comes over the line. But he does improve.
Yeah.
22-2. Can't go up a place though.
4 laps done on those soft tyres. If he's got another set, it's time to come in and put them on, I think.
Yeah, I'd like to know how long is left. There's 2 cars.
Around 3.5 minutes, I believe.
2 cars behind them. Playing around amongst themselves. What they're doing there. MV did get a lap in, and he set a 1:22.0. Not a bad time. Not quite up there with the top 2 though. Obviously, no. I think at this stage we can kind of class AMS as an anomaly. And we'll have to get a face cam next time to make sure it's not Yana Watmere on his on his account.
I think we know MV's got a lap in him.
Yeah, definitely from Q1. We know we can get up there with those 2 somewhere around them 2 anyway.
So the top 5 drivers selecting a fresh set of soft tyres to go out on then, and a couple of them are already on their way out then. So that's your current leader, AMS Drive, and this man here, the other new guy this week, is MV.
Yeah. So AMS Drive clearly thinks he can. He's got the tyres to do it probably. But he thinks he can go a bit better than that. That'll take some beat in his own time. Passy, it's good to see Passy doing good in qualifying. We've been tipping him over the past couple of weeks to do well in qualifying. He's just not quite, when he's got to Q3, quite come up to the plate. When he gets to Q3. But this week, second. Take AMS out of the equation.
Yep, he's another one that seems to be thriving in the absence of Ali Ferrari. He is of similar pace, I know, on his day, and AG, like I said earlier, he loves this track, so I'm sure he'll be wanting to do well at it. So AMS starts his final flying lap. Super through that first couple of turns then.
And Swift Joey gets lovely and close to the inside corner to get out the way. See what he's like through the sector 1 split. Silverside retires in the pits. Yeah, he's retired in the pits.
Yeah, and his AI's come out. Oh, he needs to be really careful with AG Passy. Woo! That looked close. At turn 1. I'm sure a little bit of poo came out there for AG.
AMS is slower, 2 cents down on his hot lap, but he's invalidated. He probably didn't need to improve anyway. But this is a crucial lap now for Hirsch and Klutstrak, the championship contenders really that are left in it at the moment. Shots as well will be wanting to do better than his 1:39 that puts him 9th at the moment. AG Passy, how close can he get to AMS now that he can't improve any longer?
Just keeping an eye. AMS will get another lap if he so wishes. So next across the line is Joey. Is it Joey? It was Joey. Across the line comes MV. That puts him second. That's a 121.4.
Yeah, he said he could get up there. That's a good lap
from him. AG Passy's had an incident.
Oh,
in the
Shops didn't make the line. He didn't make the line.
Oh dear, yep. That's confirmation AG Passy lost his front wing. That will be his qualifying over. Needs to get out of the way and does do for Klutschak. Klutschak now coming around the last corner. He will go to the line. His time will be... He does improve.
It's a good lap for
P4 for him.
Hirsch is invalidated, so he won't go any higher than that 6th place.
Yeah.
Swift Cherry the one to watch a Monkey Boy now.
Let's just look at Hirsch's time anyway. So it would have been a 121.6.
That's a shame.
Yeah. So Swift Joey is a little bit slower, but he's taken turn whatever that was really nicely, coming on the second to last.
Oh dear.
Oh, and Swift Joey's lost it.
Yeah.
Just park it there, park it there.
Monkey
Well
Boy
played,
across the
that
line. Improves, but not enough to take Silverside's 7th place away from him. So that is going to be the starting grid then. I think with Swift Joey backwards in the wall and just trickling over the line.
Yeah.
Well, we did question at the start of the session whether we'd see a 1 minute 20, and we did get to see
there's
one.
your answer. Yeah.
Just from AMS in his first qualifying.
Yeah, that's a really solid lap from him. Dare say it puts him in a favourable position for the race.
That's a tasty front row though. Him and MV first and second.
Yeah, so that time, just to put in perspective, is I know it's not the the qualifying lap this is done by, but the current race lap record is a 124.1
Yeah.
at Albert Park.
Yeah, very quick indeed.
That of course was set by the man Michael Schumi himself in the F2004. I think it's the F2004 anyway. Iconic fast boy car.
One driver I'd want to see against AMS with that time is Jacob from last week, actually. I'd like to see them two go up against each other at some stage this season, hopefully. People that watched last week.
There's definitely a few matchups we would quite like to see. Apparently Hirsch is using an Imola setup.
That's great. Fair play.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a second. I'm going to join the drivers in taking a comfort break. And
Hurry up.
Oh,
beat me to it.
Yeah, I forgot that
Yep.
Silverside doesn't believe in comfort breaks. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yep. So he will be crossing his legs as well at the moment then. So Australia in this game. Mighty difficult, mighty difficult. I can't quite believe we've seen a 120 in the qualifying there. It's a mighty lap from AMS. He's looking good for the race. But there's a few drivers that might have a few words to say about it. Indeed, the other new guy in MV33, and also Hirsch, who is looking to potentially take the lead of the championship if he can get a win under his belt tonight. A quick update on the current standings then. In Tier 1. So leading the way is of course Ali Ferrari, not here tonight. Hirsch behind him by 21 points. It's Ali Ferrari on 193, Hirsch in second on 172.
I'm here to relieve you of your duties. You can go
Yeah.
enjoy a break.
Right, I've got down to second, so go ahead. Oh, sugar. Formation lap is starting.
Quick,
And I'll leave that
run.
to you.
Yeah, So David's got to have the quickest refill and empty, if you know what I'm talking about, of his life to make it back by the end of the formation lap. But we'll run through the grid anyway as Harrison leaves it a while to get away. So we'll run you through the grid for these 29 laps of the Albert Park circuit. As someone's gone round on the formation lap, it's Hirsch. Oh dear, just not enjoying Australia too much at the moment, is he? On a weekend which his championship rival isn't here. You can see at the bottom of your screen, actually, I think, if David I can't see what he's showing you. The tyre strategy, it says 1 stop. I doubt that will be the case. I think we'll see 2 stops, possibly more, depends on safety cars. But there's a big gap now between the drivers on track. Following Hirsch's spin, I think it's a gap between Monkey Boy and Shots. The teammates then split quite far apart, so I think AMS will want to back them up a bit, but we'll run for the grid anyway. So it is Harrison in 18th after his crash in qualifying for Aston Martin. In 17th place it is XOMTX T-Jerk. In 16th we've got Twins. 15th Collateral Ads 94, disappointed he'll be with his qualifying after crashing out as well. Starting 15th behind this man, Brookie Nanny Messi for Mercedes. Again, another victim of the tight walls of this circuit. Dean in 13th, who you'll have seen run into Brookie Nanny Messi, unfortunately, in qualifying. He'll be livid, as he will probably have been hoping to get into the top 10. You then have got Stoffy in 12th, Joshua in 11th, Object Fungus in 10th, another one fighting for the championship at the moment. Shots too drippy, another driver up there in the table, as David was going to show you in the rundown. He's in 9th. 8th is his Williams teammates in Monkey Boy. They'll be hoping to make up some positions for that Constructors title. 7th we have Silverside, who I think, is that his best qualifying of the season? I think it is. 6th place, we saw him disqualified from the formation lap. It's Hirsch, the main title rival of Ali Ferrari, missing from this race, of course. 5th is Swift Joey. 4th is Kloopsjack. 3rd, AG Passy. And then it's the new boys at the front, MV33 Red Bull in 2nd place. And the almighty quick AMS Drive on pole position as Harrison takes his place at the back spot, ready for the start.
I have to say that was a mighty big gap.
It was a mighty big gap, and the drivers at the front will be livid with how long they had to sit there on those tyres.
Right, here we go. 4 lights, 5 lights. Away they go. It's been a good start. No drive-through penalties coming this week. Oh, there's been a crash already. No one's out, but there's a big crash in Sector 1 down the start-finish straight. I'll dive back there in a second.
Oh!
Free-freeze out. What happened to... Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh dear.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That was almost... Thankfully, somehow we've only lost 2 drivers. That was almost Zanvor-esque there.
And as if on time, there's Ali in the chat, Ali Ferrari in the chat. Zandvoort! Oh dear, what happened there?
I think we knew it was possible, and I think the big shock there is MV33 out.
Is out.
After the first couple of corners from that 2nd place on the road. He just got a little bit bogged down off the start, and Passy had got past him into turn 1. It just set him off, I think. Just put him off, and he just spun round, and it's such a shame for him in his first race. AMS kept the lead with a brilliant start, it should be said. Everyone moving up a place at least because of MV being out of the session.
Yeah, unfortunate. Also, Harrison also out of the race. I don't think there's much he could have done. I suspect he was just a passenger. Now we can't confirm or deny what happened.
No.
Mostly because we didn't see it.
No, I saw at the front, obviously, like I said, Passy just getting past MV, and he just seemed to get a little bit out of shape. I saw that bit, but I mean, whatever happened at the back, I didn't see that, unfortunately. So we'll wait to see if anyone has a grievance with it.
Yeah, all happened very quickly as Collateral has... Oh, he's sped into the pit lane. He's a naughty boy.
There's quite a few penalties, but a few 5 seconds. I'm assuming some of those will be served now under pit stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some of them will be served now, yet Stuffy gets rid of his 5 seconds. I think a lot of the drivers will be counting their lucky stars there, because I think we could have lost at least 5 or 6 there with the level of contact.
I think it could have been worse.
Yeah, much worse.
Yeah.
Much worse.
Yeah. Naughty Neil suggesting that Max was taken out, well, MV was taken out because he's the best driver. Well, that's certainly a viewpoint.
Yeah, it could well be. We don't know. We'll never know now unless he joins us next week in Abu Dhabi. We'll never know if he's the best driver, because we unfortunately don't get to see him race.
Yeah, certainly mighty quick. He will be absolutely, probably a little bit frustrated to go out so early. Of course, we don't know exactly what happened, but now we are under a safety car.
Yeah, so all those drivers with no front wings and penalties will get away with it. You look at the likes of Twins right at the back, still got a 5 seconds. You'd surely think about coming into the pits to get rid of that 5 seconds. Depends on what tyres you can change to, of course, but it's a perfect opportunity for him at the back. Shots is running 50. Ooh, Ads is off in the gravel.
The safety car Ads.
Ads is off into the gravel. He's rejoined safely, to be fair to him. But he has dropped to 14th, just stays ahead of Shots. Oh, and Dean's let him back through. So, I don't know if you got told to do that.
A nice little bit of sportsmanship.
Yeah.
You'd like to say, although I'd imagine maybe the game did tell him to.
Yeah.
It's not Dino's fault that Ads went off.
Looking at him as an object fungus, both pitting to serve those 5 seconds. As I mentioned, it makes perfect sense at this point to get rid of them when they just put the same tyres on.
Yeah.
Softs again for them both. Makes sense, really. They were 13th, I think, 12th and 13th. Get rid of that 5 seconds and you'll be fine later on. Interesting that Twins didn't serve his 5 seconds, though. So, clearly thinks he can serve it later on.
Yeah. He might even think it will get taken off, although he will have to serve it eventually. He will have to pit. I assume he won't go to the end on those mediums.
Yeah, I did mention in qualifying, didn't I? I didn't think that drivers were going to be on the hards, but if you look at the graphic, there's 4 drivers that have selected the hards. I don't think they'll go to the end.
Perhaps they don't know.
And interesting to point out, Hirsch, the championship challenger, 9th place on those hard tyres. He made them work at USA a couple of weeks ago. He made them work to take 3rd. Can he do it around here? He'd love to, I think. The Swift Joey's left the session for 4th. Let me get him back in.
And while Biddle is doing that, we'll take a few appreciations. So, Silver Side Boy obviously not losing out from the start. He is 1 place up. Let's get the proper position change up. So the big winners are actually Alan T. Stoffy is up 5 places. It's a great start from him. Not as great as Joshua, the Red Bull teammate of Silver Side Boy behind him. He's up 6 places.
Joshua's looking to make a move on Swift. Joey as the safety car peels into the pit lane then. Joey, I think he's on AI at the moment as he gets back into the game. I don't know if he made it in time, I doubt it. AMS has pulled away nearly a second from AG Passy in the matter of the couple of corners.
Oh, it's gonna get dicey there with that AI car. Well navigated by both the Red Bull guys.
Brilliant racing at the back between Object and Shots. Very clean for both of them. Object will look to make the advantage of those softs now.
Oh, has T-Jerk gone round? He's lost his front wing, it looks like.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate for him, he's already on the hard tyres. What can you do?
He'll be disappointed. He was up in 10th, perhaps up at a prospect of some rare points for him this season, but there's a long way to go. So we'll be looking to bounce back.
Everything can change.
Dean was a brilliant defensive driving against Object.
Yeah. It was interesting to see how fight.
Alfa Romeo's crashed. Oh dear.
Oh, that is a horrible place. Oh no, there's been oh no, not Dino again.
Dean again. Ads in the wall.
Dino and Stoffy.
Oh. I just clocked onto it. I don't know if there'll be a safety car. There's the notes in the track, so I don't think there's a trigger one.
Oh, collateral's out as well.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, there is a safety car now. Oh.
Safety car is out.
I just watched it. I just flicked back to it on time. I noticed they were getting a bit dicey, and I don't know which way around it was. One of the Alfa Romeos, I couldn't quite tell the difference between them at the time. I think it might have been Stoffy that was up the inside of Joey. Joey just, I don't know if he just turned in a little bit early, just clipped the front of Stoffy, which sent him into a spin. It looked like he was going to get away with it, but Dino had other ideas. Unfortunately for him, he's out again.
Unfortunately, I have to say that actually it looked like Stoffy could have done more. He had spun. He was sideways on. He could have reversed away from the track a little bit more while everyone was going past. Of course, hindsight is 20/20. Unfortunately, like so many times this season, Dino has found himself with a big fat DNF.
Yeah, confirmation in the Discord then. Swift Joey and Stoffy trying to settle their differences. Yeah, it was Stoffy at the inside of Swift Joey. I caught it on my screen. It just didn't seem necessary. And the teammates, after all, I know Swift Joey isn't permanently in that Alfa Romeo seat. Well, didn't need to take that risk. As we should mention, AMS into the pits then. Silver side and Swift Joey as well.
So, Twins still not serving his 5-second penalty. Interestingly.
Yeah. As you can imagine, some of the drivers not happy with the events of this race, but unfortunately, very, very rare exceptions that cause a restart to a race. And this, for the viewers that are watching at the moment, whether you're driving or not, might be happy that I don't think we're going to look to do a Brazil. I'll call it from now on. We're not going to look to do a Brazil.
No.
At this stage.
Of course, it was very different in Brazil. We had a completely broken lobby.
Yeah.
People were getting kicked out, and that is not the case at the moment. It's just, what's gone on there then?
Yeah. It's roughly the same distance as last week's race at this point when we made that decision. With the extra laps you do in Brazil, it's probably, like I said, the same race distance, but it has to be circumstances. I know there'll be a few people in the chat questioning that. It's important to address that it was different circumstances, like you said, completely broken.
Yeah.
It wasn't driver error.
So the man in the lead has a pit then. AMS pit in all of that. He's put on some hard tyres. That's an interesting choice from him. AG Passy then in the lead of the race. He's on the medium tyres from the start. Behind him is Klutschak, up a few positions for sure. Or two at least. And Joshua in third at the moment. He's gone from 11th to 3rd. It's impressive from him. So, Monkey Boy Kurt up 4 positions into P4. and behind him is Hirsch, who's somehow still up a position. He will be on those hard tyres still to the end of the race. They might well work for him later on, but at the moment, those two guys behind him on the soft tyres, that's Object and Brickinani Messi, both on the relatively new softs.
I think those hards now of AMS will get to the end. Swift Joey as well. Hirsch probably wouldn't take those hards to the end, but they could probably make them go the distance. Whether they'll be competitive or not is another question.
Yeah, I suppose it depends how many safety cars we could potentially get, as we see the message saying it will be coming in this lap. So nice to see that there's currently no track extending penalties. I'm just going to flick to Monkey Boy as I say that. As there's been contact then between AMS and Twins. Not sure what's happened there, but it's a 5 second for each of them. And away they go then. AG Passy has bolted, he's got the second. Monkey Boy, they're fighting boys.
Oh, Joshua Meister has gone round on the restart. He was third, and now he's last.
Oh,
in the field. What a shame, but the Williams drivers, yeah, they're doing well. Like you said, Monkey Boy up to fourth.
Oh, it's a little bit of a rear end flick from Object Fungus there in third. Monkey Boy behind him at the moment on those medium tyres. I wonder how long these drivers will stick with their softs.
I mean, to be honest with you, probably we're going to two-stop. I mean, obviously, like I said, safety cars changed that completely because, I mean, we've had two now. So I imagine the soft tyres are still feeling pretty handy. The minute I know they say they've done 5 laps. But you probably look to push them now to about 12 to 14, something like that. And then at that stage, perhaps you could think about just bolting the mediums on and going until the end.
Yeah, of course you will have a fresh set of mediums for the race. Looking further back, so it seems that contact made under the safety car did cause some damage to AMS, and he has pit in. He has opted for the mediums then. That's a big ask to take them to the end for certain.
Yeah, that's a shame for AMS. We know he's got pace. So he'll be looking to close that gap up. Obviously, the likelihood of safety cars is high, but as you have less drivers in the field, the law of averages means it's less likely, but we are in Australia, so
interestingly enough, just looking at the pace that AMS has, he's currently 8/10 of a second faster than anyone else. Near enough 7/10 faster than anyone else on the track. AG Passy's definitely building this lead then to Klutschak, sitting good in second, to be fair. He's gapped Object Fungus in third, who's still defending from Monkey Boy, but soon behind we've got Shots to Drippy being overtaken. He overtakes Brookie Messi going into turn round, coming round to turn 10.
Oh, this is going to get close for comfort between these pair. Good driving so far. Great overtake if Shots pulls this off.
Yeah, he's made it stick. Getting himself ahead of the solo Mercedes tonight then.
Yeah, I was going to touch on
now
I was going to touch on Klutschak's race. Second at the moment. That's crucial for him at the moment in terms of the championship. 34 points off Ali Ferrari. He'll sweep that second place up with glee at this stage of the race. We're only a third of the way through somehow. Well, so there's a long way to go, but he'd love to finish there, I imagine, at the end of this.
Interesting to see the time difference between AMS in 13th and Joshua in front of him, who has not pit from those soft tyres.
Yeah,
So
he
AMS,
is.
that lap was about 3 seconds faster, I believe.
Yeah, I'm just
which
watching his
is
gap to the leader.
ridiculous.
He's 35.5 seconds back. And just wondering if he's still thinking he can make the podium at this point. Obviously, safety car could make another appearance, as we've said. But he's going to have to do a lot of work in the next 20 laps if he wants to get back onto the podium. As Monkey Boy has made a move on object again, and he's back up to third.
Yeah, oh, Silverside has retired. He's out, he's out.
Just as I mentioned, a safety car. There it is.
There it is.
Oh, some drivers. Oh, what is going on in the pit lane? Some drivers leaving it very late to dive into the pit lane, and Twins has just swept around the outside of Brookie Nanny Messi, nearly making contact in the pit lane. Got away with it. Wow, that was close.
Yeah. So, I'm sure AMS will be giving you a big thank you in the Discord after.
Yeah, for sure.
So, chooses to stay out on the mediums. He thinks he can take him to the end, and importantly, this has got him back into it. So, interestingly, in the chat, we've got Silverside Boy. Controller disconnected, put me into the wall.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll do that.
Yeah.
So unfortunate.
He has been practicing with it with a wheel this week. I'm led to believe. You take the word from the horse's mouth. He told me he was on a wheel, and then I believe he fell out of love with it. So apparently he took it back to Argos. Obviously, great retailer. Fine racing wheels, but clearly Silverside did not agree with.
Yeah. So our man on the sidelines tonight, it seems to be Ali Ferrari, pointing out that AG Passy unable to pit, as was Klutschak in P2. Shots as well. So are we going to see these drivers come in this lap?
And like I said, they left it so late, some of them. I think it was about Twins down. I think Twins was about 6th at the time. Brookie Nanny Messi was just ahead of him, and they both really left it late to cut across the grass and get into the pits. And like I said, that little tussle in the pit lane.
AG Passy does indeed go into the pits then. Klutschak will inherit the lead then.
I think at this point he's got to be thinking about the hards. Yeah, he does put the hard tyres on to go to the end. Wow.
It's probably the best of a bad situation for him.
Yeah, for sure. At least he knows if there's no more safety cars, he can run until the end. And with only now, when the safety car comes in, there'll be 17 laps to go.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to plug a 22, 23 second gap in that amount of time.
Yeah. So our Paul DeResta in the garage, Ali Ferrari, suggesting it would have not been a good time to come into the pits for him. He should have stayed out.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it works out in the end. There's still plenty of racing to come tonight here at Fair Play Racing League. I think Ali's suggesting that Monkey Boy is the leading driver.
Yeah.
Of course, there's drivers in front, 6-lap-old for Swift Joey and 10-lap-old for Hirsch. Those guys probably won't be looking to go to the end. It would be a big ask, definitely for Hirsch. But now we see this lap then. The safety car will be in.
Look at the weaving. Everyone trying to get heat into their tyres on the restart. It's probably the hard tyre, they're so hard to get up to temperature.
Yeah, especially tough for those hard tyre runners, as Klutschak looks like he's gone early. Might have thought about it. So he's got to accelerate off this back corner. He's not got an incredibly great getaway, but it will do for the moment. Coming in, does lead in, coming into turn 1 then. We'll look further back. Looks like everyone's fairly well spread out then. AMS getting past
twins.
Joshua. And past Twins.
Yeah.
Good fair driving there from the both of them. Next up the road for AMS is Brookie Nanny Messi. Gap currently under a second.
You have to say at the moment, as you said, Paul de Resta, Garage, Sky Control, whatever it is, I can't know these days.
Yeah.
Whatever he said about Monkey Boy, it's definitely good analysis work because he is in the best situation tyre-wise now. Those hard tyres will easily go to the end, and surely they'll be handy against the likes of Swift Joey that's got 5-lap-old hards compared to him.
Yeah, Monkey Boy then thought about having a look on the inside of T-Jerk, and Object really had a tough old look around the outside there. Managed to keep it behind. His Object looked like he nearly went right into the back of him, so Monkey Boy now on the start-finish straight, deploying the ERS on T-Jerk. He's going to make the move, is he, into turn 1? They're side by side. That's some great racing there from T-Jerk. Holding it around the outside, and now Object Fungus is wanting in.
Oh, safety car.
He's round the outside.
Brookie Nanny Messi.
Oh, there's a safety car. Brookie Nanny Messi for the Mercedes. He's binned it.
Yeah.
Out of turn 2.
Watch the likes of Hirsch. Hirsch now's got to be thinking, can I get a set of mediums till the end of this race? He's on 12-lap-old hards. Likes of Swift Joey as well. This really does throw out the window the great analysis work of Ali Ferrari. Monkey Boy could really be disadvantaged by this safety car at this stage of the race.
I'm not quite sure what's going on tonight, but it's definitely been a strange one so far. And actually, so effectively the 0-point finish tonight for Mercedes then, that's who are currently leading the overall across both divisions constructors. That is painful. Well, they will also be buoyed by the fact that AlphaTauri are not scoring any points either.
Yeah. I was just about to mention this about shots and Klutschak. Oh!
Klutschak! Oh, 5 seconds into
Klutschak only sped because Shots drove into the back of him and pushed him.
Shots. Who's a naughty boy is that Shots?
He pushed him. He's got. I think Shots got away with the front wing change, but on the entry into the pit, Shots just left it a little bit too late and pushed. Almost, he hit the back of Klutschak, pushed him into the pit lane. Yeah, that's why Klutschak's got that penalty.
God damn it, boot cut. God damn it.
That's a shame. Important to point out Klutschak on the softs.
Yep. So he's got to stop again, no doubt.
Yep. I don't think he'll get those till the end. If he does, they'll be right on the limit to the point of a blowout, really.
Yep.
But who doesn't love a good blowout?
Hey. Just another Thursday night in Fair Play Racing League.
So at this point, with 11 drivers, we could be looking at the finishers all getting points at this rate if we lose someone else.
Yeah. Shout out to the man in the lead. That is T-Jerk in the lead.
Yeah.
He's pulling a wonderful bit of defensive driving against Monkey Boy into turn 1.
It's nice to see from T-Jerk. I think he's been getting a bit of, kind of stick almost for his performance this season. He's only picked up a smattering of points, but like you said, yeah, great defensive driving from him against, Monkey Boy and Object. And he leads the race. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the first time he's led a race this season. So, as he pits now.
You could be right.
As he pits now, and then it'll all be for nothing. No, he's going to carry on.
He's staying up.
So he's led a lap. There we go.
Cracking stuff. We'll stick this in the highlight reel. Fair play to you, T-Jack. I almost say you deserve it after that.
He does, yeah, he does.
Defensive driving.
Yeah, definitely. Brilliant driving from him.
He sticks it out every week. He never retires in the pits when things don't go his way.
That's what we want more of. That's what, for everyone out there that's watching, that's thinking about joining, or you're watching the replay of the stream and you're thinking, I don't want to get involved. I can see 7 drivers DNF'd and only 11 runners with 13 laps to go. We want you. We would just want you to turn up, like you said, don't retire in the pits when things aren't going your way. And just, everyone's just here to have a bit of fun, really. Take it too serious.
Yep. Absolutely.
I don't think he's going to do very well at the end of the race, considering he's on an awful set of tyres, but...
Yeah. He may be holding out just a little bit longer to try and put on the softs to the end. Make it an interesting finish for him, no doubt.
Yeah, it's a very good chance to get some kind of points.
Yeah, we'll look a little bit further down the field then at these drivers that we think can go to the end. Because the safety car will be in this lap then, so interestingly. So I think AG Passy, all is not lost, as Ali Ferrari earlier said. I think if he can do a couple of overtakes, if he can catch up to Monkey Boy, that's looking good for him for a good result. So AMS, 8 lap old mediums then.
Yeah, I don't
and they're all very, very close. I would be surprised if there was not a little bit of contact being made here.
I don't get why AMS hasn't pitted again. Could have put another set of mediums on if you had them, or I don't know what his tyre situation is. I know he's been in the pits lots, but you think you want to get them gone.
Well, T-Jerk really holding up through this last corner. And he's not gone yet. And he's caught him napping.
Monkey Boy's been caught out.
Object Fungus quite intelligently pulls out. He is still behind T-Jerk, who's on the inside. Object Fungus gets the move done, pushes T-Jerk out wide, and he loses the position to Monkey Boy and also AMS. There's a Red Bull out wide. That's Joshua, who's not had the greatest restart in the world. Hirsch moves up into second past him. So, at the restart then, after that safety car, a lot has changed as Monkey Boy has picked up a 3 seconds. Monkey Boy, what are you doing, laddie?
That's unconventional. That's unconventional for Monkey Boy. He usually keeps it off the penalties.
So, caught a glimpse there of Object Fungus really attacking turn 12. I thought he was going to go round on the inside curb. Hirsch moving back down into 8th, being overtaken by Klutschak on those soft tyres. I don't think too many of these drivers. Monkey Boy is round.
Oh no!
And I think he's collected AG Passy.
Passing the pits.
Might have some damage.
I'm trying to find out, but I can't change the camera angle. I don't think he's okay. Oh no, he's changed the front wing. He's changed the front wing, yeah.
Front wing change for AG Passy. Unfortunately, looks like there was contact. Sector 1, there was Klutschak. Klutschak has had an issue then. Was it Klutschak?
Yeah, he's dropped to 9th. He's down to 9th. Oh, wow. Oh, he's round again. Oh,
he's round again. His tyres are on fire.
Ali Ferrari at the moment must be enjoying enjoying seeing Kluzczak's demise here. That's one of his championship rivals in the wars.
Yeah.
But his other
As we
ones
see Kluzczak
are right in
really
front.
nursing his health round. Carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, his other championship rivals out in front, but Object Fungus being caught quickly by AMS Drive, already on the back of him after being 35 seconds off the lead earlier on. He looks like he's going to get by in the next couple of corners.
So Object Fungus still has plenty of ERS, so it'll all be about this drive off the last corner then. Object Fungus might have gone a little bit wide there, but it looks like he will be safe into turn 1 then.
Yeah, no DRS that time, of course, as you've just seen at the top of the screen. So he lives to fight that straight, but does he get DRS here? No, he's still not enabled down this part of the track either. Be enabled next time.
One detection, detection point, 2 straights.
No, that
So
really.
he'll be happy. he'll be happy sitting behind until later on in the lap. So there's a detection zone just before turns 11 and 12.
No.
Biding his time. Of course, will those tyres start to wear out for AMS Drive?
You'd have to say at this point,
Laps old at the moment.
Swift, Joey and Hirsch look like they're in a good position in terms of tyre wear. AMS surely at this stage can't get those tyres till the end. They've done 21 laps or so at that point. As he
Being absolutely.
does make a move for the lead.
Yeah, he gets past him into turn 14, 13.
Some number corner.
Some number
Some
corner.
number corner.
He's got the track map.
He's
He's
done it.
got the track map. That was indeed turn 13, the small kink after
All
12
objects
is
coming back at him in
indeed
this
not a
DRS down to
corner.
turn 1.
Not quite close enough then for Object Fungus. He'll get the second bite of the cherry here then. He's again not close enough. Well, there's a 3-lap difference in the tyre life then.
Yeah, they two need to work
Meanwhile-
together now
Yep,
against
looking
Joey and
further
Hirsch.
back. Much newer sets of mediums for Swift, Joey, Hirsch and even Twins. Now if these two want to fight, although there might be a little bit of a gap building between the two drivers now, which I'm sure will be good for AMS to see. Still within the DRS then after a lap is Object Fungus. The gap 6 tenths. Probably not quick enough to challenge into turn 1, but if he can get dragged along, then you dare say he'll be gaining time on the car behind, as it appears he is. So that's currently a 3.7 second gap. Nearly up to 4 seconds there very briefly. The Hirsch is not catching up to Swift Joey as we look further back. Monkey Boy has got past Joshua for P6 then. Has Biddle died? I don't know.
No, I've not died. Who's not died?
Oh, me.
Oh.
It got so quiet I thought he's disconnected. I'm going to
No,
back this.
I was letting you take the reins then for a moment. I thought he was in a good flow. Swift Joey left the session again. Oh.
Oh dear. So that gap already to Hirsch is dropping. He'll need to get back in the lobby ASAP. Cannot find him. Gap
We've done
still
it.
steadying around 1.2 seconds, but of course AI is very OP through that section of the track. we see the gap already now back down to less than a second. Will the man have DRS? He does not. Swift Joey then setting the fastest lap of the race when he was partially AI.
Yeah, that's how that happens. What's the AI on?
Such is the pace of them in the fast corners.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous. What we'll do is we'll take a look. So that's a 124.3, and that is 2 tenths faster than AMS has managed to go. 2 tenths faster than AG Passy as well, actually. We'll head back to the old interval.
Yeah, I'm just wondering at this point, I'm looking at the gaps at the top. Hold on. I was looking at the gaps at the top, and now it's disappeared. There we go. Oh no, I've lost all the gaps. I cannot see the times between.
I can't see them either. I've only got shots and.
Shots and cruise track, yeah. Okay, so.
Hirsch getting past Swift Joey then in sector 3, but he is gonna come back at him with DRS. It looks like. I don't know whether he's back in the session or not. Biddle keeps sounding like a robot.
Oh. Do I sound like
Are
a
you
robot?
a robot?
Do I sound like a robot?
Not to me.
Just have to stream then. That's good. Is that some cracking TJ advice again, is it? By any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Quality control TJ's good.
Yep. So Hirsch then up into 3rd position. It's turning out to be a great race for him so far then.
Yeah, he'll close that gap. I can't believe AMS is... He's surely going to take those tyres till the end now. He's got to.
He's got 4.8 seconds over Object Fungus. He's really pulled a gap. Now you might say in the chat, Ali, that Hirsch is on steroids. I think this man in the front is if Hirsch is on steroids, this guy is. Yeah.
The Object has made a mistake.
Something else.
Object's now 5.5 seconds back, and the gap is growing as well. Wow. First league race here, and he's
over a second.
Dominating at the moment at this stage on 16 lap older mediums.
Yeah. Scotsman, unplug mic. But which one of us, Scotsman? I'd imagine it's probably you.
Do I sound okay in the party?
You sound great in the party.
Oh right, okay.
I don't know what everyone.
What are you all talking about? God.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'll do it.
Do you want to just like? Yeah, do it, Diddly, do it. Robot Biddle. I'm sorry, gents. Yeah, I've not upgraded Biddle's software, so he will sound a bit like a robot this week.
There we go. I'm back. I do sound like a robot.
He's back.
I've been afraid.
Didn't hear a thing. I could have said anything right then, he wouldn't have heard.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No, I was gonna say I think I sound alright in the party, but it's Twitch, isn't it? It's temperamental.
Yeah. Probably Twitch. Definitely nothing to do with my internet.
No, your internet's perfect. Has no bugs.
And it has no bugs. Isn't that crazy?
Swift J must be back in the lobby now because he's all over the back of Hirsch.
Yeah. So fighting for that 3rd position. I will point out at this point. I'll point out at this point. 99 minutes before I swore. Never mind.
That's a record, surely.
Yeah, we've got a fantastic opportunity to be joined by a man who's not had a lot of luck today. We'll see if he joins us in a minute.
I could possibly think he possibly know who you're talking about. We'll see.
I don't know. Can he drive?
Can he drive? No idea. No idea. Do you know if he can drive?
I can drive at
Yeah,
least.
you can drive.
Just
I can speak for myself.
brum brum.
Vroom racing league.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Yeah. TJ, you did ask first, but technically you're not on the comms team. Silverside Boy is, and he might need an invite. Swift Joey then still on the back of Hirsch, but he has the DRS going into turn 13, and he will get that move done unless there's a switchback opportunity, and there's not. But Hirsch still right behind him then. He will look at making the move down this start-finish straight. Oh, excuse me, that Budweiser's going down the wrong way.
Yeah.
So
This is the closest battle on track
Hirsch
by far.
to the inside then. It looked like there was a small amount of contact from Swift Joey on the rear left of Hirsch, but they've kept going, and Hirsch has got the place back. He's got the second bite of DRS just to help him out into turn 3, and Hirsch is maintaining position. Carcass in the chat, sorry, don't know how you say your name, says that Biddle is, I mean, it might be a goat, but I'm going to say it's a dog. Someone's calling you a dog in the chat.
A dog?
Yeah, dog. Yeah, it's a goat, but I'm going to say it's a dog.
Oh, I'm a goat. Well, I know who Marcus is, and for his for his entertainment, I'm going to say, "Are we going, guys? Back on the road again." I know he will understand that.
All right. Fantastic. Silverside cannot get in the party as it is invite only.
Oh, okay. Oh, not Gary.
Oh, not
God,
Gary.
not Gary. I mean, he just needs the experience for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh.
And here the man is making sure that he turns on his
Already done?
his mic. Already done.
Shots
This guy's
to the
a
last.
proper
Hirsch.
professional.
Hirsch should be inside again here. Go around the outside of Swift Joey. This is going to be unbelievable to end of the race. Now we're going to get a Chow and Button situation from last week, I think. Over the last 3 laps here, they just keep passing each other.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that Monkey did spin in set 1.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
we just
we
don't
know.
care.
Don't even want to
Thanks
speak
for
about
pointing that
my
again for me. I really appreciate you joining
Yeah.
3 laps from the end and mentioning that again.
Poor old monkey boy.
I'm
He
not,
was on for some really good points
he
today.
could have won the race from where he was.
He absolutely could have won the race.
Just
But
point
he's
out,
bottled it again.
he's pitted to try and get the fastest lap and steal it away
Yeah.
from Joey.
Drive.
He's got it at the moment. Yeah, Joey. So
I mean, it's all well and good, but he's going to have to get himself 15 seconds up the road.
yeah, I mean it will take it
It
away
would
from
take
Alfa
shots to
Romeo,
get that point.
but
Yeah,
I would say I've bottled it today.
well,
you definitely might have.
Well,
A Hirsch back into third.
well, my
Sorry, Karen.
controller disconnected even when it's plugged in. It just turns right into the wall.
yeah. Well,
Ah, you did a Fardo.
we'll do it. We'll do a grilling interview of you, Silverside, at the end of this, because it'd be interesting to speak to somebody outside the top 3 and get their thoughts on the race.
Yeah. But as it is, 2 laps to go then. AMS pulling out a magnificent 13-second lead. His tyres are now 20 laps old.
I have
Can't
no
believe
idea how.
he's taken. Yeah, I can't believe he's taken them that far. 20 laps in now. I mean, Fungus as well, just even on 17 laps, they'll be screaming at me at this point. AMS at 20 laps. Surely they've got to be close to a blowout at this stage. 2 laps from the end.
Yeah.
Don't say that. That's jinxing.
I prefer the term commentator's curse. So Swift Joey will have the DRS. Is he going to have a look?
Oh, he's off front
No,
wing.
he looks like
He's off some front wing.
Who?
Swift
It
Joey.
looked like he got very close.
He's lost the front wing end fence on my screen.
Yeah, his end plate, left end plate, he's lost.
Oh dear.
Oh,
That's gonna hurt him, and that's it now. I think Hirsch will
Come on, Joey.
be able to get that third place now.
Come on,
Yeah,
Joey.
right off him.
to be fair, Joshua will be, as long as Swift Joey can keep it on the track, he should be safe.
I think it was building up to that. It was building up to that kind of situation between the two of them. To and fro in over the last few laps. Yeah, it just all came to a close there, didn't it? And like I said, I think Hirsch now will get that third place, which is crucial for his championship, as we've mentioned many times before, with the leader missing tonight.
Yeah, another close battle on the track is here for 9th place. Klutschak is looking to overtake Buka, and it looks like he's gone up the inside into turn 1, makes it stick. Can shots come back at him though? Oh, Klutschak's gone!
Oh, that will make.
Oh, Klutschak! He
That will
took
make
too much
shots
curb on the
smile.
inside of turn 2, spun out, and he's gone and hugged the wall.
Oh, he's just crashed it into. Oh,
He's still. Oh dear.
and all that.
His throttle got stuck.
Oh,
That's what
Drive has
happened.
won the race.
Oh yeah, Drive has won the race. Klutschak has
Killed himself.
binned it. Object Fungus then coming home for a 2nd place. 3rd position is Hirsch, and interestingly, it looks like AG Passy has overtaken Joshua
Oh, no.
on the last lap then to take 5th place. Great recovery drive from AG Passy. Joshua, a solid drive from him as well, P6. So next to cross the line will be Twins. Let's have a quick look at penalties. Twins bins it across the line.
Or the battle between TJ and Shots for the final for 8th. Oh, the Delta drags to the line.
Oh, he's going to lose the position.
Oh, Shots gets across the line.
Yeah, the penalties will put shots behind anywhere, but he gets him on
Oh,
the track. That's a
think
good
he'll be-
eighth place for T-Jerk. Credit to him today.
Yeah,
Monkey.
4 points on the board for that man.
Monkey gets points at the end.
He does indeed, but he did not get fastest lap, did he?
No. Okay, object.
Yeah, it's like I mentioned earlier on. You know, at the end of the day, it came to whoever kept it on track would get points. I said, you know, with 10 finishers, everyone's a winner really, because they all get points. But there's only one real winner, and we know it was AMS tonight. Absolutely brilliant performance by him.
I have no idea how he was able to still go that fast with those lengths of tyres.
Yeah, getting the tyres that far. Before the race, we were speaking about strategy, things like that. To go that far in mediums. The problem is at this point is that it just came down to the safety car really dictated the strategy. It always does, really. And obviously, with those mediums, they were just able to stretch them that distance and get Hirsch. I have invited him.
So, interestingly, TJ has joined the party. So, that's the results then, the provisional results, of course we must say, for tonight's race.
Eventful.
It was definitely an eventful one.
If you
A few DNFs.
if you saw my point of view on lap 1, all I can say is Spa in that rain race where everyone was just all over the place.
Yeah. So, here we are with, I believe we've got the podium sitters. I don't know, I can't check the party without pausing the stream.
Yeah,
so,
they're all here. Yeah, AMS, Hirsch, and Object. And T-Jerk as well.
Okay, so I think we're going to have a bonus. Well, let's have a bonus interview first of all with T-Jerk.
Yeah, I just wanted to speak to TJ, obviously, because I think that's his best result of the season so far. And I know, obviously, it's nice to speak to some of the drivers that would potentially not be on the podium. I just wanted one line from TJ, really, in terms of how we thought his race went. So I don't know if he's here. And he's included his audio. Yeah, TJ, how did your race go? Yeah, we noticed that on stream. We give you a lot of credit in your defensive driving. You kept it clean. You picked up 8th place. How did you feel about that? Yeah, kept it clean. Great defensive drive between you and Monkey and Object earlier on, so we noticed that. And we just wanted to touch on your season so far. Obviously, you know, like we said, coming here, turning up racing and stuff like that. And you've proved tonight that, you know, you can get points no matter what happens on occasion. So yeah, no, well done for that.
TJ may need to put his audio into the stream. They can't hear him.
See, I included this one. I did tell him. TJ, just include your audio and then give us one line. How you thought the race went? Go on, sum it up quickly, 30 words or less.
Alright, it was one of the best races of my season. In the beginning of the season, I wasn't so good because I'm driving with the traction control medium now, and also a new steering wheel. So yeah, tonight was the best race of the season. So I'm very happy.
Yeah, well done, TJ, and we'll move on to the podium finishes then. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. And I can echo that, of course. Well done, TJ. Impressive performance tonight. But here we are on the podium then. Silver side, if you want to take third.
Yeah.
I will take second, and Biddle if you want to take the winner. So over to you, Silver.
Oh, okay. So Harsh, how do you feel like your race went? Think you could have done better?
Well, to be honest, I don't know if you guys saw on the, I'll just said it on the stream's chat, I used the wrong setup for this track. I was running like 4 and 10 on the front and rear wing for some reason, and then the tyres were fully inflated, like full PSI. No idea what happened, but the qualifying, I'll start off with the qualifying. Qualifying was horrific for me. I don't know, no idea why. I just couldn't get it used at the car. But then on the last lap in Q3, I was half a second up, and then managed to invalidate, which was rubbish. But with the race, it went well. Well, for the first stint, it was okay. You know, people crashing ahead, having to avoid damage, spins on the curbs and all that stuff. And then for the last 10 laps of the race, me and Alpha had a good battle, and then I saw that Object had a penalty, so I was trying to push in the last lap, but if I pushed too much, I would have made a mistake.
Yeah, I did see you fighting quite hard with Swifty Joey.
Yeah.
Also, but as Ali's not racing this week, do you think that was a bit? Are you glad that you got points gained on him now? Because I know you're in a championship fight with him.
Well, that sums up your question, because me, when I was having a fight with the Alpha, I knew that every point counted in this race, so I had to fight hard, but not too hard. And at the end, I managed to get out on top. And I knew coming into the race that Alex Ferrari was not going to be here, and he's 21 points ahead of me, so I had to, you know, minimise that as much as I could. And I was aiming for possibly a race win, maybe second or third, but luckily I got third. Could have been second, but
Yeah. That's all the questions I thought.
So I think David's going to take second place. Object Fungus. If you want to do that interview then, David.
Yep. Okay. Don't worry, Wildmark. Don't worry. Object Fungus. Right. On the podium again today. It's been a I'm not laughing at you, I promise. We might tell you after. We might tell everyone after. So, Object, it's another podium for you today. A tricky track this year. It seems like a different beast is Australia from previous years. How do you find it on this game?
Yeah, on the previous games it was better to drive, in my opinion. I don't know how it changed, but it was somehow more difficult. And in this game, I didn't drove the track. Just like in the story modes game from, well, F1. But I didn't set a time up or something. Yeah, so it's pretty difficult.
Yeah, and I can definitely agree with you there. So coming through towards the latter stages of the race, you obviously found yourself battling with AMS up in first. It looked like a really interesting prospect to start with, but after a while, it really he just drove away without trying to seem too mean. Was that because you didn't have an answer, or were you wary of how old your tyres were and you're looking to save them towards the end?
Well, I think the tires from AMS were even older than mine, but I'm not sure. But yeah, let's start from the beginning. In qualifying, yeah, I directly DNF'd on my first lap in Q3, so I started from P10, which could have been way better. But then in the race, at the start, I had quite a good start. Was fighting for P5, I think. And then one of the new guys got spun and just spun in front of me, and I hit him a little bit. Didn't even break my front wing, but I got a 5-second penalty out of that. Out of nowhere, I don't think. I don't understand why, but I had to box then for new tires and had to set up the 5-second penalty in the box, which was yeah, quite unlucky. And then I drove out in front. Somehow I was P1, and then I saw that AMS Drive was behind me. And when it got close enough, I knew that it wouldn't be well. What means good fight? I knew that he was way faster than me, so I let him pass in the DRS zone. Yeah, and then he was just faster.
Yeah, no, there's some mighty pace from the race winner today, but that's not to take anything away from you. You're currently P3 in the championship then. You've made up a few more points on Hirsch and importantly on Ali Ferrari. Do you think you could find yourself being, we've already brought it up before in the past, but do you fancy yourself for the title? We kind of think you're a dark horse here.
Yeah, well, I think maybe with a lot of luck, but because I knew Hirsch has been super unlucky this season with some very unlucky DNFs, and Ali Ferrari gets quite a lot into stewards reports and all this, and so there he gets his penalties. So as this race, he also got the race ban for some incidents, and that's how I think. I think if I'm right with the points right now, I'm 80 points, or maybe even less, away from Ali Ferrari, and this could be getting smaller, the gap.
Yep. So you will be on 180 points, and yep, Ali Ferrari, of course, currently in the lead with 193.
Oh.
You're still behind Hirsch for the moment, but yep, it'll be interesting to see how that shapes out in the 3 remaining races. So congratulations to you once again, Object, and I'll hand it over to Biddle to interview our race winner.
Yes, so AMS, I've been calling you AMS all stream, so I'm going to carry on that trend of calling you AMS, if you don't mind. But yeah, your first race here, Just talk us through it. Obviously, we saw your dominant qualifying performance. I just want to touch on Australia first, in terms of the track as a whole, because I know a lot of drivers don't particularly find it an enjoyable track to drive. But from qualifying, I'm going to kind of assume that you don't mind it as such.
Yeah, it was quite a fun track to drive. I hadn't actually put down a TT. I thought I'd done laps on this track, but it turned out I hadn't. So yeah, I'm just got quite lucky with the first setup I picked up, and feel quite comfortable. Qualifying was like the last few runs in Q3 was so scrappy, but somehow managed to hold on. Yeah.
I mean, at one stage of the race, I think we noticed that you were 35 seconds or so off the lead. I think you made did you make a bit of contact or something? You had to come into the pits.
Yeah.
35 seconds off. But obviously, at the time, we noted that the safety cars could pull you back into contention, which we obviously know they did. At that point, when you were pushing at the back, setting fastest lap after fastest lap, was you hoping for a safety car, or did you think you could close up without one?
Well, yeah, so it was during a restart. I just warmed my tyres, and just in that melee, I just picked up a bit of front wing damage. So I had to pit, but I just had to pit straight away onto those mediums, which I took to the end. But I don't know, I think it was 30 seconds off because there was someone a little bit further behind, and it was like 30 seconds to the main pack. I was like, right, I can probably do this. And then by the time we got to the next safety car, it was down to like 23, 24, something like that. So it was definitely doable catching up, but I don't think the win or either podium or top 5 was on the cards at that point. So got a bit lucky in that sense.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't a simple drive by you by any means. It wasn't exactly a lead from the front and win from the front situation. You had to fight your way back through. In terms of strategy before the race, we touched on the fact that we didn't think we'd see many people on the hard tyres. I think I noted that you went onto it at some point. Did you obviously change during the safety cars? Did you just kind of think, yeah, I'll put whatever tyres on right for the time? Or did you have a set strategy in mind coming into the race?
Yeah, I wanted hards. I wanted to do soft hard. I couldn't set a valid lap in Q2 on softs. So I ended up starting on the mediums. But I thought I did. I'm pretty sure I did like a few open lobbies, like 50%, and the hard tire is just really good race. Or maybe I'm making it up, but I don't know. It felt all right, and I wanted to go use that, but it all fell apart.
Yeah, I think in terms of making this in the nicest way possible, but with the pace advantage you had today, I think you could have made any tyre work. So you can say the hard tyres were good, but I think you would have made them work, to be honest with you. It's interesting to touch on that because we saw in qualifying most of the drivers trying to go on the mediums to the point in which they were almost prepared to knock out a Q2 stage to make sure they were signing the mediums. But you at the top of the times. You did go back out on the softs, didn't you? You tried to start on the softs. Why was that? Why wasn't that as opposed to the rest of the field?
I think it would have basically kept me out of trouble, give me like an earlier pit stop. I know fresh tires are going to be quicker no matter what than old softs. So I thought in a conventional race it would end out being me on soft, and the delta between the mediums and the hards isn't that great. The delta between the mediums and the softs is huge. It's like 1.2 seconds. So in race, I think the mediums and hards aren't that far apart, and then with the undercut, just try and keep myself out of trouble, basically.
Brilliant race from you. Personally, for me, I'd probably say you were my driver of the day, having to fight back through the field after your unfortunate incident earlier on. Next week is Abu Dhabi. Obviously, as we mentioned, this is your first race in the league. We're hoping to see you next week. Fingers crossed. We really want to see a battle with you on track against our championship leader and a couple of the other fast guys that were unfortunately not able to come today. So if you are coming back for next week, Abu Dhabi, do you like the track, or is it one that you don't think too fondly of?
I'd love to come back next week. Some of the guys seem really good to race with. Abu Dhabi as a track, quite difficult. On the last game, I absolutely loved it. I think I was in like the top 20 or something. But on this game, I don't think I've really done any laps. So yeah, it'll be some last minute practice. But I look forward to it.
So on that basis, I'll assume you're back next week then. So I'm going to tell you now. looking forward to seeing you back next week, hopefully. And yeah, no, brilliant drive today, and brilliant by all the podium finishers. And of course, I think T-Jerk is still here, so yeah, congratulations to T-Jerk as well as the podium finishers. Well done, everyone.
Right, and yeah, of course, as usual, I echo your sentiments, Biddle. Some good racing happening this week here in Australia. We enjoy it as we all do, with or without the alcohol. I haven't said it on stream yet.
Bevy of the
Drink
week.
of the day was Bevy of the week, Budweiser. I didn't get onto the JD. I didn't have enough time to go and pour myself a glass. But never mind. I know you've had some interesting ones this week.
Yeah, I've been a bit exotic. I'm the cherry lager and toffee ale or something like that. I don't know. I don't buy it anymore. I just let the missus take care of it. Again,
right,
to surprise me.
Yeah. Well.
You were doing so well.
Alright, it's
You were
gone.
doing so well.
Yeah, I was doing so well. 126 minutes and I've. That's been all we've got time for this week on Fair Play Racing League. Well, this week. Tonight. This week for Division 1 anyway. Join us tomorrow night, 8 o'clock GMT, and we will indeed be running with Div 2, and that will be commentated by, I believe, the man we have here now, Silverside Boy.
Hello.
And fingers crossed he will be joined by
Monkey
Boy Kurt. If not, we'll sort something out. It's fine.
We'll be here.
Yeah. So that's all we've got time for this week. Tune in tomorrow, 8 o'clock for Div 2, and next week, same time, Thursday night, for Abu Dhabi. This has been David Lolface for Fair Play Racing News. Fuck. Fair Play Racing League. Been joined by these two bastards with me, who will say their names now.
Hybrid Alex, who's here.
Yeah. Thank you and good night.